I apologize for earlier. I did not realize that that it had posted. I apologize to my friend. I didn't realize. I know you think that I did it on purpose, but I did not realize that it had recorded and got your voice on there. But anyway, um, I was thinking that with this Syria thing that's going on right now, and then the whole Bill O'Reilly thing, that that I, you know what? I'm fucking confused. And excuse me for self-censoring myself. I hate like just cursing all the time. I think that shows like very weak vocabulary. But getting back to the point, I'm like utterly confused by like not just society, but like life period. Like it's clear to me that neither religion nor science nor the media nor even our education system, including college and universities, none of them have any plans on telling us the truth. And let me tell you why. Because they're all controlled by the government. And the very function, the primary function of any state is control. It's self-preservation, furthering or continuing its own self-preservation, meaning that its only and main function is not to support the people or protect the people. No, its primary function is its own furthering its own self-interest. So, with that said, that means that pursuit of the truth is left to members of the general public, you and me, people, or we'll never get to the truth. And I know these myths that we're caught up in. I know that they're comfortable, but for real, what have they gotten us? 1 in 2 men in the United States, I don't care what color you are, will get cancer. Think about that. 1 out of every 2 males, either me or you, are going to get cancer for no reason at all. That's not like our choice. And only 10% of cancer cases are caused by genetics. So that means it's our diet, and 1 in 3 women will get it too. But forget that part. Look at, you've got the housing crash that happened in 2008. What's happened from that? Anybody go to jail? But let one of us fuck ups can't pay our fine. Oh, we got to go do jail time forever. Lock us up and throw away the key. So my thing is, I am like tired of seeing dudes on TV and thinking to myself, that guy's not smarter than me. And no disrespect to our great president right now, because you are my president, Mr. Trump. You know what I mean? I've been a fan from when I was younger of you. I haven't been that much impressed with you during the campaign or as a president. I liked your strategy of taking over the Republican Party, but I've been very suspect of your vocabulary. It seemed very un-Wharton-like to me. You know what I mean? And now that you've gone and done an airstrike or whatever you call it against Syria, that was completely counter to what you ran under, saying that we needed to rein in the military, the war machine. So it's like, to me, I'm tired of Bill O'Reilly getting paid $18 million a year just to provoke people's emotions. The man's not smart, and I'm saying this respectfully, because he knows I'm telling the truth, and I'm willing to prove these things. Like, if he wants to have me on his show, or let's live stream debate, I can prove that all these people are stupid. And my thing is, and all the people that I hear that are smart, these theologians, these scholars, these whatever you want to call them, you know what I mean, these elite people, I'm the first one that's saying that I believe that I'm so confident that what I'm saying is true. I'm willing to battle any one of them on live stream. I want to battle Joe Rogan on masculinity and feminism. I want to battle Neil DeGrasse Tyson, on atheism and how he believes that there is no God. Richard Dawkins, you can come along for that one too. I want to talk to Sam Harris just because I like to hear the man talk. But you know what? There's some things I do want to debate Sam Harris on too. Because just because you talk good, dude, doesn't mean you're right about everything. Jordan Peterson, very interesting dude. I would like to have a couple of words with him. I think me and him actually can find some common ground, but he's wrong about many things as well. Who else can I think of? Daniel Dennett, his theory of evolution and how, who am I thinking of right now? You know the guy who came up with evolution. It'll come to me. How, like, how he's just accepting that as, like, fact. Like, evolution is just fact. Like, there are parts of evolution that are true, that are clearly factual, but there's definitely parts of it that are suspect. Completely suspect, as in, why hasn't another species arrived yet? When is the next transmutation? Or why haven't, while we're going through life, why aren't we changing as we go through it as well? Only aging through entropy. But we're still the same human. We're not turning into monkeys or turning into another animal. So obviously the whole theory of evolution can't be correct. So that's what it is, man. I am offering, and listen, I'm a lowly African bushman. I'm black, so I shouldn't be that smart, right? I am just saying that there should be these bigwigs, and I know you're saying, oh, why are you going at bigwigs? Well, I heard if you go to prison, you've got to get in a fight with the biggest dude in the jail, or you're going to be victimized the rest of the time. So guess what? Win or lose, and I'm not even trying to go in this to win or lose. I'm going in this to win. Because I know I'm talking the truth, and I know I got facts to back me up. And if these guys who are making all this money and got all these resources and got all these institutions to back them up believe what they're saying, then they'll accept my challenge live stream and make me look small. They'll make, since these book smart people are so book smart, there should be no way, they should make quick work of me. And that's my thing. There's a couple of preachers on here on my friend list. I would love to debate you on why Christianity is actually fraudulent and not actually for the common good, but more of a control tool to support the state. I would like to debate war, the whole theory of war. Like, it's completely unnecessary at this point. Why would we need to have war or even be in the business of other countries if it wasn't to support our business of selling weapons? You know what I mean? Like, if it wasn't for that whole aspect of us, we wouldn't even be in the wars. Like, it's time to stop pretending about, oh, we're not really that bad. Nah. If your uncle's a child molester, he's a child molester, whether you want to say he's not or not. And that's just where I'm at with it, man. You bigwigs that claim that you're so intellectual, you're such the intelligentsia, here I am, a member of the general public, and a black one at that you claim is not supposed to be intelligent. I am offering you or any of your surrogates, any of your supporters, to debate me live stream for the world to see. Let's see who's really telling the truth here. Who's really smart? Let's see who's really smart. You know what I mean? This should be easy for you guys. And whoever's watching this, if you could share this, because I think they say that there's only 6 degrees of separation. So if you share this to everyone you know, share it to anyone that you think that is smart or graduated college, because I would just like to debate them on patriotism. Hold on, let me find the list of the things I want to debate these people on. Intellect. That's the first one. Are human beings actually intelligent? Or is this not propaganda? Are people actually smart? The next debate topic would be language. Is the purpose of English to simplify communication or to oppress and control? The concept of elites. Are they really elite in comparison to us, the non-elites. I say no. I'm willing to debate anyone on live stream who wants to take the position of yes. Truth. Is there a way to establish truth and a foundation for truth? I say I believe I found one. I believe I have found it, actually. And if you take the position of that there is no way to establish truth, please, I would like to debate you on live stream to show you that in actuality there is a foundation for truth. God. Is there a God? I can scientifically prove it. All you atheists out there, the smartest of you, I would like to debate you on live stream in front of the world. Life itself. Does life have an ultimate purpose or meaning? I can prove yes. I can prove what life is actually about and what it is really. Life actually is really. So if you're one of these intellects that say that life has no meaning, please, I would love, you especially, I would love to debate you on live stream. Another debate topic would be the cosmos. What is the cosmos really? I say it's a machine, a technology, just like our bodies, that we ourselves are organic technologies. How does the cosmos work fundamentally? I say that it's through constants and variables, which would be both together one constant. Kind of like the two ends of this crayon. You can call it this the variable end, which would be one extreme, and then you'd call this the constant end, which would be the other extreme. But if you notice, they're both on one crayon, which would make it one constant. And that law applies to any opposite you want to think of in the cosmos or in life. There are really no opposites. They're both a part of the same algorithmic constant. What was the next debate topic? How can overall life be best explained? I say that you don't need trigonometry or calculus. That's simple arithmetic and algebra explained in structured in word form or in word problem form is just good enough. An example of this is free will. Free will is not actually free will because it is a result of involuntary functions. If that makes any sense. I'll say it again. Free will is not actually free will because it is generated by involuntary functions. That would be a simple mathematical truth and algebraic equation, if you will. Instead of I didn't need calculus or some kind of like 4-syllable run-on sentence to confuse you in order to explain that. And that's what I'm saying is happening throughout the whole life. That everything could be explained very simply instead of all this extra stuff that we've done to ourselves to try to complicate ourselves. That's all like propaganda just to control you. Atheism, I've already mentioned that. War, I think I've mentioned that one already as well. The concept of freedom. I'd like to debate someone on the concept of freedom. Please be educated. How free are we really? And does freedom have a fatal downside to it? Like, is freedom really the way, as we look at it, really the way to go? Because I'll tell you right now, I don't think freedom's working out for us not the way that we have it. Because it's like I want to say a detrimental freedom. It's not like a liberating freedom. It's not a fulfilling freedom. We are living in we are operating or perpetuating a detrimental, degenerative freedom. I'd like to debate someone on patriotism. Patriarchy. To me, the fundamental rubric of patriarchy, the whole concept of patriarchy, is homosexuality. Is it not? That's like simple math too. I'd like to debate someone on the concept of utopia, the perception of it versus the reality. I hear constantly that utopia is like an idealistic thinking and thought, but if you think about it, for the wealthy, the 1% in this country or in the world, they're in utopia. So they're living their ideal. So who do you think is really feeding you the propaganda of we shouldn't be trying to seek utopia? Democracy. Socrates had a problem with it. Plato had a problem with it. We should as well. We're 40th in education. 40th in education. That tells you about our level of intelligence. Should we be having... It's bad enough that we've got NEO IQ with a driver's license. Should we have NEO IQ determining who gets to determine our future? Just a question. Next would be law and justice. PO, please don't violate me for this one. And whoever's on top of them, don't tell her to violate me for this one. I'm just being honest. I'm a human being with a brain. I've got questions. The whole life is all about questions and answers. So when it comes to the concepts of law and justice, I would like to know. I always hear that our system's not perfect, but it's better than, it's the best system in the world. Does that mean that we shouldn't seek to improve it? Because that's basically, it's a self-defeating statement saying that. And our system of laws and justice, are they based in fear, in fairness? And if you don't think so, should they be? The next debate topic would be government. Here's a good one. Were the forefathers being sarcastic when they mentioned overthrowing government if need be, if it became tyrannical? I say yes. I say the forefathers had no intention of us ever overthrowing the government, even if it became tyrannical. And I can prove that. The next debate topic, morals. Is there a moral standard? Is there even such a thing as good or evil? Think about that. If there were no human beings, would there be good and evil? Next debate topic, racism. Is it even real? If it is, then why do white people hurt other white people? Shouldn't they just hurt other races? We'll move on from that one. Utopia. No, we've already done utopia. Art and beauty. Do these concepts actually help society, or do they actually hurt society? Because, and let me give you an example for that one. Mona Lisa. Am I the only one who's always looked at the picture of the Mona Lisa and wondered to themselves, where is the beauty? Like, is it me? Who decided that Mona Lisa was beautiful and that the rest of us have to think that? Next one. Next debate topic. Gender bias. Isn't the whole point of gender bias based in fear and insecurity of the intellect of females? Men will try to say, oh, it's to protect our masculinity, and so on and so forth, or women aren't smart enough to control, women aren't smart enough to run things in government or whatever else that requires intellectual thinking. But my rebuttal to that is, then why does the Bible, the very first thing the Bible attacks, it's not the land of Canaan, it's the tree of knowledge. And who's the first person that was curious enough to, that was intrigued by the tree of knowledge? Makes me wonder, do we fear women because we're aroused by them? Or do we fear women because we don't want to unleash their intellect? The next debate topic would be relationships. I just think relationships are they're like doomed. How can one really have a relationship in a capitalist society? There's no relating. Each person is looking, it's the whole system of capitalism is mutual exploitation. So there's no one relating in relationships. They're just both parties are looking to mutually exploit each other, if that makes any sense. Um, I'd like to debate someone on death, the topic of death. I know people are scared to death of it in the land of the brave, by the way. Um, but I would like to address the topic of death. What really happens to us after we die? I believe I have figured that out, and I would like to debate someone who has this notion of, uh, I want to say Santa Claus, but basically just the whole fairy tale of afterlife, their rendition of afterlife. I would just love to debate someone on that, because to me, that is like one of the most cowardly stories we could have ever came up with. Oh, well, just say, forgive me. It doesn't matter if you raped 100 people. As long as you're on your deathbed, you can say, God, forgive me, and then boom, you get to go to heaven. But if I live good all my life and I don't believe in God at all, boom, I go to hell? Make sense of that to me. Life. The whole concept of life, all the species of life. What are they all really, what are their real significance in this thing called life? And last topic I'll mention is society. Is our society actually intellectual? And I'll give an example of what an intellectual society should be, to anyone who wants to take the position that our society is intellectual. Those are all the topics I'll mention right now. Any other meaningful topic, I will be more than happy to participate and engage in meaningful discussion and discourse on. I'm not looking to debate anyone to try to show some people, hey, I'm smarter than that guy, or hey, I'm superior to that guy. No, that's my whole point to this, is to bring all arguments to resolution. In my estimation, there is one reality. Therefore, that means that it is not open to interpretation. There is only one interpretation of reality, because there is only one reality. I don't know if that makes sense. So our whole concept of everything's open to interpretation, we're entitled to our own beliefs, that's not true. If such was the case, then no one would have to go to school. No one would have to be taught anything, because you'd be allowed to believe what you wanted to believe. I would like our children not to have to grow up in this hypocrisy, unethical, immoral world and a world society that we have grown up in. If you, let's see, at age 40, I've made some horrible decisions, and I've messed up in life. But I look around and I see a whole bunch of other people who've made bad decisions, and these people are good people too. And no one was there, like with me, to give me the right advice. Because we're all being told, I almost slipped it. We're all being told confusion. We're all being told a quandary. People are answering questions with quandaries instead of giving us answers. And I'm so beyond it now. I'm beyond this whole thing of there must be terrorists, when how can there be terrorists? We run the world. We run the world. We run the world. Like, we control these places. We put these people in power. Like, this is all the Truman Show. It's all the Wizard of Oz, and it is my belief that the wizard is a very weak and feeble man. And I would like to battle these weak and feeble minds. Live stream for all of you to see that these people that call themselves elite, they can't hold a candle to any of us down here at street level. Salute. You enjoy the rest of your day. Oh, please share, and share this with everyone. Everyone who claims that they have some kind of intellect. I would love to see anyone. Anyone who wants to protect this whole evil that we call societal life. If you got some brain and intellect with you, just so happens, I've got a chair, or however you want to do it. But I'm ready to bring these people down to their size. I guess that's all I have to say. You guys enjoy the rest of your day.